Okay. All right. So we're talking about triangular prisms, okay? So our objective here, determine lateral and total surface area for triangular prisms. Okay, we're going to be able to calculate that using the formula. All right, the formula is going to be the same thing that's on your formula chart that we use for rectangular prisms. So this is the T 8.7b, okay, lateral and total surface area for rectangular prisms, triangular prisms, and cylinders. So we've already gone over this one and that one. The only one that's left is triangular prisms that we haven't gone over. So some vocabulary: lateral surface area, perimeter, height. Okay, obviously those are some things that we need to know to figure out the lateral surface area for a triangular prism. So here's number one of the notes. We're going to use this picture to find the lateral and total surface area. So the first thing we need to do is we're going to identify our base on the triangle, the triangular prism. So our bases, our two bases are going to be what? This rectangle here or the two triangles? The two triangles, okay, good. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to highlight that one. I'm going to highlight the inside of this triangle. Okay, so I got this one here and then the one in the back that we don't see, all right, because it's a 3D object. So now that I have that highlighted, that's going to be my base. So we can, like how we did with a cylinder, we drew another circle out to the side, or the rectangular prisms, we drew another rectangle off to the side. So like on the side of your paper over here, we'll just draw that triangle. I wish I could draw a better triangle, but that's going to be as good as it gets, okay? Yes? All right, so now we're going to label this, okay? Do we need this 4.1 inches part of my triangle here if I'm going to find the perimeter? No, but I am going to need that. You're right. Okay, Giselle, you're right. So let's go ahead and label that. We're going to label this 5, 5, and 5. And then the inside is going to be 4.1. All right? Yeah, 4.1. All right. So what we're doing is we're just redrawing that out there. Okay. So now lateral surface area. What I want to do first is we're going to find total surface area first. Okay, just like what we did. So let's write our formula for total surface area. If you look on your formula chart or your formula sheet, surface area, it's going to be under prism, okay? It's not cylinder, it's going to be under prism, and it's going to be the same formula. So we're going to write PH plus 2B. That's the formula we're used. So we need to know the perimeter of the base, the height, and then the area of the base, okay? So perimeter of the base, if we go back here to my base, what's the perimeter 15. Of this triangle? 15. How'd you get that, Lepage? What do we do? Not multiply, but add. You're right. You got the answer right. You just kind of put the wrong word in. It's okay.
You can multiply 5 times 3.
5 times 3, right? These are equal. All the sides are equal. Good job. Okay. So I'm going to go back over here, and we're going to label the perimeter is 15. So now we need the area of the base.
5 times 5, 25.
So how do we find the area of a triangle? Look on y'all's chart. What does it say to find the area of a triangle?
Base times height divided by 2.
Base times height divided by 2, or 1/2 times base times height. It's the same thing, okay? So we're going to do the base times height. So underneath here, let's just kind of show our work. Base times height divided by 2. So my base, okay, is 5. How tall is this triangle? 4.1. So we're going to put 4.1 times 5, and then divided by 2. So in your calculators, put it just like this, or you can just say 5 times 4.1 times 1/2, however you want to do it, okay? But go ahead and do that. Put it in your calculator so we can find out what the area of the base is. divided by 2. 10 point what?
10.5.
So our area of the base on this one is 10.25. Okay, good. So now that we found that, we're going to come back over here. And we're going to put 10.25. And so the last thing we need is the height of this triangular prism. So just like the cylinders and just like the rectangular prisms, the two bases that you use, the distance between those is the height. So yeah, the distance between this one triangle and that triangle is 16. So in a little bit, whenever you like, if you have homework and stuff, you can go ahead and we'll highlight, or we'll label that part of our triangular prism, the height 16. So now let's go back over here, and we're going to fill in 16 there. So now once you have those three pieces of information, we'll just put it in our calculator, or we're going to substitute it into the formula. So
260.
we're going to put 15 times the height, which is 16, plus 2 times the area of the base, which in this case is 10.25.
You get 260.5.
So y'all go ahead and do that in the calculator. Just like how it's written here, all I do is copy it straight from there. And you're right, we get 260.5. That's inches squared, okay? So that's how we find the total surface area, okay? So now we need to find the lateral surface area, right? Which is this box right here. It's easy, right, Jeremiah? So look at your formula chart. What's the formula for lateral surface area?
S equals pH.
Say it again, Jeremiah.
S equals pH.
Right, S equals pH. So our formula would be just this part right here. So isn't this, I'm gonna do this in red for you. Isn't this the same thing as just that part right there?
Yes.
Yeah, so all I have to do is just copy down this part of my formula, which is 15 times 16. So that's kind of why I do the total one first.
240.
So we got 15, which is the perimeter of the base, times the height, which is 16. So you just put that in your calculator. And yes, your answer for the lateral surface area is always going to be less than the total surface area. If you get something that's more than, well then you go back and check because it should not be more than. It's going to be 240, right? Is that what y'all got?
Yeah.
All right, 240 inches squared. So kind of just like the rectangular prism that we did, except our base is a different shape. So the only thing that we're changing is when we find the area of the base, we have to do base times height divided by 2. So let's go down here to number 2. If we all want to come get a highlighter, we use a highlighter for this one. If you want to come get one, they're up here. You can get a pink one to highlight the base, and then a green one if you want to highlight the height. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do that first on here.
Can you give me a green one?
Got that. So let's highlight the base. It's easy for triangular prisms because my base is a triangle. Let's just highlight that in. Okay, and then we're going to highlight the height of this, which is, what's the distance between the two triangles? 9. Okay, 9 feet. All right, so let's redraw the base out here off to the side of your paper. Let's redraw the base. Looks like this. Goes down that way. We got 4 feet, 5 feet, and 3 feet. All right. So back here for total surface area, let's rewrite our formula out until you start getting it memorized. pH plus 2V. So we're going to need the perimeter of the base, the area of the base, and then the height. We already know the height, right? What's the height?
9.
9? Is that what? Yeah, 9. You're right. So we can go ahead and put that part in. 9.
That's 4.
Huh?
Wait.
The distance between, not, okay, the height of your triangle is 4, you're right, but in this case, we're talking about the height of the whole prism, which was 9. You got that, Susan? Yeah. Okay, so the perimeter of this triangle, what's the perimeter of this?
12.
12?
Yeah, 12.
12, right? They're adding up all the sides out there, so 12, so let's go back here. Put 12. And now we just need the area of the base, okay? So let's go back here. Area of the base is base times height divided by 2.
6.
So I have these 3 measurements here. I need to know what the base is going to be and then the height. So if you really don't understand the height of this triangle, how tall is it? It is 4, okay? So look, you see this right angle here? If you need to, draw that right angle in. The base and the height, so what you're going to multiply is always the 2 lines that touch this right angle. So 4 times 3, yeah, 4 times 3 divided by 2. Yeah, you can kind of do that, start doing that in your head. 4 times 3 divided by 2. Area of the base is going to be 6. So we never, in this case, use the diagonal part of this triangle. Okay, so if you have trouble, look to where that right angle is. Those 2 measurements is what you're going to multiply by and then divide by 2. So base of the height is 6. So let's go back here. There we go. And now we can substitute our formula in. 12 times the height, which is 9, plus 2 times the area of the base, which is 6. So go ahead and put that in your calculator.
120.
Alright. So the total surface area is going to be 120, and this is feet, right? On the picture, does it say feet, right? So feet squared. Alright, so lateral surface area, D times H, and I already have that written down. It's 12 times 9, yeah.
108.
Good. Just put it in your calculator. It's 108 feet squared. All right. Go ahead and do this number 3. I don't know why that 4 is there. It's probably not supposed to be there. But go ahead and do number 3, and then we'll check it in a little bit. Give you a few minutes to do that. Follow the same exact steps.
Do we check it when we're done?
I'm gonna put it in up in a little bit.
Want to get some water?
Yes, you may. Let's go. Let's go. Hmm? Yeah. No, that's fine. Try it again. Let's try it again. bucks, I think. I'll check it, but I'll check to make sure. Yeah. Hey, come on. Let's go. Caesar. Y'all should get that. Don't just wait for me to put it up there. You having trouble with that one, Abigail?
Okay, got it.
This part. Area of the base. So you see where that is 8 times 10 divided by 2 is the area of the base part. Yeah. Alright. Let me label what we got here. Height. I mean my base. It's gonna be my height. Hey, let's be quiet for a little bit till we get this done. We draw the triangle. Eleven, and 8. And then what's inside is 10. Girls, shh. So my perimeter, I just add up the sides. 11 plus 11 plus 8. You get. Do I get 30?
Yeah.
Perimeter of the base is 30. Now area of the base.
40.
Right, I'm going to multiply. You see where this right angle is? 8 times 10. This is the base, this is the height. So area of the base, 8 times 10 divided by 2. That's going to be 40. And then what's the height? How tall is this rectangle or triangular prism? So 30 times 12 plus 2 times 4. You should get 440 millimeters squared. So now once we have that, the lateral surface area is easy. P times H. So 30 times 12. What do we get?
360.
360. Meters squared. Okay, on your homework, there is a couple that are total surface area that have to do with surface area for triangular prisms. One of them's total surface area, one of them's lateral surface area. So one of these, you only have to do the P times the H. So when you draw your the base out, just find the perimeter and then the height of the prism, okay? All you have to do is multiply that. So you don't have to find the area of the base on that one, the one that asks for lateral surface area. Okay? All right. Are there any questions? No? Okay. All right. Y'all get started on your homework. Work on that. We have about 8 or so minutes. Who didn't get the homework? There you go. I'll write you. Samuel, did you get the homework? There you go. All right.
He's already got it.
You already got one? Okay. I'll pick it up in a second.